Hi guys, it's Melanie. Happy Monday to everybody. So I thought that in an effort to put out some consistent videos that I would do themes on certain days of the week. I see a lot of people do this, and I really kind of look forward to those types of videos. So I think that every Monday I'm going to post a tutorial. I might do tutorials the rest other days of the week, but definitely one every single Monday. So today I wanted to do a tutorial on a look that I had in a video. I think it was maybe on Thursday or Friday of last week, and it was using the Little Rock Pro palette, which I currently have in my beauty basket of the week. So I already have everything on the rest of my face done. I'll just do a quick rundown of what I have going on here so far. So I did my Miracle Skin Transformer in Light as my kind of base to everything. I then went over with my Everyday Minerals Semi-Matte Base in Winged Butter. And then my Everyday Minerals Sunlight Finishing Dust Finishing Powder. So that's what my base is. For my contour, I used NYX Blush in Taupe. I'm sure everybody knows what this looks like. For my blush, did I say contour? This was my contour, but this is my blush. The Milani Powder Blush in Romantic Rose. You guys can see how much I'm using this. Like, I'm wearing that rose down. I love this so much. I love it. For highlight, I just used the Hard Candy Blush Crush Baked Blush in Pinup. Sorry, I keep thinking that I hear Stella. She's down for a nap and she needs to not be awake yet because girlfriend has only been sleeping for about 30 minutes and that's not long enough. Okay, so for my lips, you probably won't be able to find this in the US anyway because I get these sent to me from family and friends in Germany, but it's the Labello Care Lip Balm in Passion Fruit. So it's kind of like a plummy color. So I put that down, and then over top, I put the Big Bold Plumping Lip Gloss from NYC in Magnified Mauve. And this was a color that Stella picked out for her mama, so girlfriend did a good job. Okay, so obviously I haven't done my eyebrows yet, so let's get started. I did already put down my Too Faced Shadow Insurance in Lemon Drop, and then went over that with Brulee from Wet n Wild just to even out my eyelid area. And now I'm going to go in with a shader brush into my Little Rock Pro palette into the color Light Pink. And I'm just going to put that on my lid. This is a very opaque light pink. And it looks a little bit scary when you first put it on because it's like kapow. But we're going to be blending this out quite a bit. So anyway, I just kind of pack that on there right up to my crease. Then I'm going to go in with the color Mauve right next door to it. And I'm just going to use a blending brush. This is just one from Sigma. And I'm going to put that in my crease. So I kind of always start out with the brush turned, but with this be horizontally to get it into the crease. And then I turn it vertically to buff it up and out. I concentrate most of the color on the outer corner and then work what's left into the inner part of my crease. And again, all the while buffing up, up, up. Then I'm going to go in with the color Taupe over top of that. And I do have a little bit of fallout right now, but I'm not going to worry about it because I'll be able to clean that up later. Again, tap the color into the brush and then get off some of that excess and go over top of the mauve. Again, started out by holding it horizontally like this, and then vertically when I'm ready to start buffing up. So you guys can see that I have quite a bit of fallout here. These shadows are great, but they are so soft and buttery that it's almost hard to not get fallout with them. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with the color Sable and Espresso. So I'm gonna mix just a little bit between these two. And I'm gonna deepen that outer portion even further. So this might seem like a lot, but it really helps with that gradient of color. And it looks really pretty in the end. So with this darker color, I'm coming down onto my actual lid, down to my lash line. And then also working that in. This is pretty dramatic for daytime, but who doesn't love some drama on a Monday, right? So I'm just taking a fluffy brush now and brushing away all of that excess. So you can see it comes right off. And I'll be able to go back in and clean it up with some of my finishing powder. But there you have it. Really, really simple. And then even bringing that darkness into my inner corner. But when I really want to get blending in my inner corner, I just take a clean tissue and brush off most of what I have on there in terms of that dark, like espresso color, espresso and sable. So get all of that off, and then I can go in. So instead of taking like a clean brush, I just do that. And it works just fine. Then I can really start blending. Okay, so once I have that, I want to bring a little bit of that lightness back. So I'm going to take an angled shading brush. Again, this is just one from Sigma. And I'm going to go in with the light pink color. So just a little tap into that. Tap off some of the excess. And then put that back onto the inner 2/3 of your lid. So you're kind of going over a little bit of that darkness at the end there, but not much. Okay. Then I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of the light pink and the mauve. So mauve first, just get a tiny bit on there, and then a little bit of the light pink. And then I'm going to use that to not only highlight, but also blend out the outer portion of, or the upper portion of that gradient that we created, just to keep it nice and soft. Okay, then I'm not going to use a pencil or liquid or gel liner. I'm just going to basically use the black from the Lorac palette with a angled brush. This is just an angled brush from Coastal Scents. It's not fancy. Get that on there, tap off the excess, and then use that to line very close to your lash line. Once I have that, I'm going to clean off the black and then go in with the espresso, which is right next to the black, and go over top of the black. That gives me the intensity, but it keeps it within like the color range that we're using, which is more of like the browns versus the harsh blacks. But I like a very defined lash line, if that makes sense. So I like to use black as the base and then go over top with essentially a lighter color. And again, I've got fallout, so I'm just going to take that brush it away. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of that espresso and line my lower lash line. And I'm going to go in about 3/4 of the way with that. Taking a pencil brush. Sorry, I just need to make sure that this is clean. It's brush cleaning day today, so okay. And then I'm just gonna sort of blend that out so it's not a distinct dark line. I just want more of a shadow effect under there. Feels weird like facing a camera and trying to like do this sideways, but hopefully that allows you guys to see. And then I'm also going to take that same pencil brush and buff out that top line a little bit. Again, I'm getting just a little bit of fallout, but that's totally okay, because we can just brush it away. So I'll just show you really quickly how I clean that up. So what I'm going to do is just take a buffing brush, and this is just a Real Techniques one. I'm going to take a little bit of my Everyday Minerals base, just a tiny bit, and then just go under and clean that up. Sorry, that was my phone. Okay, and that's it. So that essentially is the shadow look using everything from the Lorac Pro palette. I'm going to go ahead and finish the other eye, do my eyebrows, and then come back and show you guys the finished look. Hey guys, so this is my third time trying to record the end to this video because I keep saying kind of, and it's driving me bananas. I don't know why I do that. Like, I'll pick a word and then I use it like every other word. It's a really bad habit, so my apologies for that. I am still air drying my hair, so my hair obviously isn't finished, but this is the finished eyeshadow look. So you can see it's a very nice deep brown smoky eye. It's a little bit washed out because I'm sitting in front of a giant window and I have a lot of light coming in, but in person it's definitely a little bit smokier and darker than it's coming off on camera right now. I gotta say, I absolutely love this Pro palette. This is one of those palettes where if something happened to it, if I lost it, or if all of the colors started cracking out, I would absolutely repurchase this sucker instantly because it's so easy to work with. The colors are very pigmented. I will say that the fallout can be a little bit annoying because they are so buttery and soft, but if you use liquid foundation, I think the best thing to do is just to do your eyeshadow first and then go back and do your foundation, because I find that with liquid foundations, the eyeshadow tends to want to stick to that a little bit more. Since I use mineral foundation, it's not a big deal for me because shadows just don't want to like stick to it. So it's so much easier for me to clean it up with just a fluffy brush. So that would probably be my tip if you are having trouble with the fallout sticking in your under eye area here and it looking kind of messy afterwards. So, I mean, it's easy enough to clean up by just going back in with your brush or whatever, but I think just doing your eyeshadow first is probably going to be the most efficient use of your time when it comes to doing a smoky look like this. I went ahead and did my eyebrows with my MAC brow pencil in Fling, which, by the way, gets the A-hole of the day award because it ran out after I finished my right eye. And that's what I've always hated about these particular eyebrow pencils from MAC, is that you can never like click them up to see how much product you actually have left, because then you can't click it back down. So, of course, ran out, and then I had to like scrape this across like my left eyebrow to try to finish my brows so I didn't look ridiculous, because the only other brow pencil that I have right now is the Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil in Blonde, and it's a slightly different color than the Fling, so it would have looked off. So anyway, I managed to scrape off enough, and I'm sure also exfoliated my eyebrow area in the meantime. But that's one of the main reasons why I'm so glad to be getting rid of this, is because like every time that I would use it, I would never know if I had enough left to actually finish my other brow, especially if I'd been using it for a while. So into my empties container bag it goes, and it will be tossed at the beginning of October along with the rest of my trash. So you guys know what I have on the rest of my face. If you have any questions about this particular look, definitely leave me a comment down below. And I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.